bought the house next door. So one of my early real estate philosophies was to buy a house and then try to buy another one in the same neighborhood. In fact, you've probably noticed our surroundings are kind of nice. We're in a really beautiful place of the world called Lake Las Vegas, Nevada. And the house that we're filming from is not the house next door, but the house across the street. My house is directly across the street, and I purchased here, thought it was going to be a great way to build equity because the values were going up, and I stretched a little and bought the house across the street. This house, in less than 10 months, has now gone up over $100,000 in value. Now, that may be an extreme example, and I don't want you to think I'm teaching real estate speculation. Just buy something and hold on to it and hope that it'll go up in value, because that's not necessarily the best way to invest. But I'm trying to illustrate that if you'll learn from other people, you can create a fortune for yourself and for the people you care about. Learning from someone else is a tremendous shortcut. See, my dad says you don't have to give natural childbirth to ideas. You can adopt. In all areas of life, not just investment, find someone who's successful, a successful parent, somebody who's successful in business, someone who's successful in the community, a church leader, someone who's done well in their area of expertise, and follow that person. If you do what the successful person does, then you'll get what the successful person has. And that's part of what this program is. But no one cares more about you than you. And you're the one that's going to have to take the steps after you watch the program, after you listen to the audios, and take it from here. I'm not sure where I've caught you. Maybe you're already a successful real estate investor and you're just trying to glean some specific ideas that can help refine your strategy. Maybe you own a house and that's been a good thing for you and you want to have another property or another couple of properties. Or maybe you own no real estate at all and you're just looking for some of the key distinctions to be able to be wise in your investment philosophy and your investment strategy. In any of those cases, you're going to find something here today I think that's going to be extraordinary. All of our speakers today are investors. Nobody gets on our stage without actually investing in property, which is kind of a difference from some of the other programs. Everyone is first and foremost an investor, and secondly, an expert in their field. And we've got a lot of great experts, including a couple of attorneys you're going to hear from today, who specialize in acquisition of real estate, in strategizing on real estate, and financing real estate, and then in some of the legal and technical aspects too, like facilitating 1031 tax-deferred exchanges. And if you don't know what that is yet, you'll find out. And also things like holding property in different entities so that you're exposed to less liability and also have preferential tax treatment. So today's program, today's seminar is designed to give you a starting point and give you some great ideas that I think are going to help. When you're done hearing the people that we've heard today, you also have a key distinction in that you're able to hear them again. People come to our seminars sometimes and they say things like, gosh, it was so much information and I'm just overwhelmed. Well, if you get overwhelmed today, consider that a gift and start over on disc 1 and you can continue to hear the ideas over and over again. That will continue that return on the investment you've made. Anyway, I wish you luck today. I'm excited about what you're going to see because I know that these ideas work. In fact, here's what happened for us. We started to take these ideas and share them with investors on a one-on-one basis. That grew into what we call our mentoring clubs, where we had just a few people in a room once a month. Today, our mentoring clubs are hundreds and hundreds of people, and over 10,000 people have attended our seminars, which means for us, we know that our ideas really work in the real world. Now, it's not late-night TV hype. It's not no money down. What you're going to learn are ironclad principles that work to build real equity. Enjoy the program. Lots of people say they want to own more real estate, and you know what they're doing this morning? They're still sleeping. You guys got up early, you got here, you made it on time because we're videoing today, and that already says a bunch about you. Guess what happens when we do a free seminar, and there are a couple things we do a year that are free. We get a whole bunch of people that sign up and they say, I'm going to be there, you bet, I'll see you there, I'll be at the seminar. And then the seminar comes and goes and they weren't there. As Mr. Rohn says, Jim Rohn says, well, the birds got them. Right? We don't know why that is. As soon as we put a price tag on the seminar and you had to write a check or use your credit card, you become a lot more likely to be here. And guess what? Today, almost everybody's shown up. Now, are a few people going to be late? Well, yeah, that always happens. A few people are going to be late because life happens, but a lot of stuff happens as you learn today. But I'd like to congratulate you for being here, and I have a question for you. Here's the question. How many of you came today because you want to learn more about real estate? Oh, look at all the hands. That is awesome. Now, here's a better question. How many of you came today because you want to own more real estate? Do you see the difference there? A lot of people want to learn about real estate, but guess what? Education is not enough. It's not enough, as I talked about earlier, just to learn. Education's important, right? You got to learn. You got to know something about it. My friend Todd Barnhart wrote a book called The 5 Rituals of Wealth. And in that book, Todd says there are no successful financial illiterates, meaning that people